Hey YouTube, went to Walmart and I seen this sweet basil and I couldn't help myself. It smells so good, and I figured I'd make a video on how I'm planning on growing this because we've grown basil in containers and we've grown it in the garden. And personally, we find it's better to grow in containers because, well, everything likes to eat basil. So in a container garden, like large pots or small pots or whatever I put it in, it's easier a little bit to protect. But wanted to show how I separate these. As you can see, I bought this. There's actually 3 plants in there, and I just separate them and end up with 3 plants where if I just repot this in a pot, I'll probably only get 1. The other 2 would smother out, and it would probably end up stunting the survivor plant anyway. But what I do, and this is how I do it, like everything else, there's multiple ways to do things. Not all of them's all completely right. Not all of them's completely wrong. You see how it's pretty much been in this pot too long. Even though this pot's supposed to deteriorate, the roots don't really go through it until like you plant in the ground. Now I don't plant these pots in the ground anyway around the plant because it takes too long for them to break down, in my opinion, to do the roots any good. If anything, I'll break the pot apart and I'll put it in a hole in the garden so the pot still becomes compost, but it doesn't need to be surrounding the plant. Now I gently just work the dirt ball around and try to get the plants to release from each other. There's going to be some roots broken. The plant might go through initial shock a little bit at first, but it will bounce back. Basil's a pretty hardy plant to begin with, and it tends to bounce back from transplant shock pretty easily compared to a lot of other plants. And also, I'm going to take some of the greens off, not only to limit the stress on the plants, but we're having salmon tonight, and mozzarella and some fresh basil will be good with that. So, of course, nothing goes to waste. Recycling some old fruit tree pots, you put it in. This should last the basils for quite a while. And what I'm going to do is lower leaves. I'll break those off. Put that in my little bowl of water to keep fresh and for it to rinse off also. It's a nice dinner. I'll go ahead and pile the dirt on here, around here, go a little bit deeper than it was before. Give the plant a little bit more sturdiness. Compact the soil a little bit, not too much. I've always heard never press on the dirt of the potted plant more than you would your own eye. If you put your finger on your eyelid, push, it's too hard, well, maybe you shouldn't be pushing the dirt. You don't push the dirt that hard either. Now, got this one in there pretty good. What I'm going to do, these older leaves turn a little yellow anyway. I'm going to take those, pinch those off, put in my bowl for tonight. And I would like the plant to get bushier, so I'm going to remove the top growing spot right above where, see if the camera is getting that second batch of leaves got little offshoots in it, and the crook of the leaf, where the leaf meets the stem, those will become branches. So I'm just going to snip it right there, and of course some more basil for tonight's supper. And I'll put this one aside to put outside in water as soon as I'm done. Now on to the next one. The soil I'm using is also just some repurposed potting soil that I refreshed with some new compost. Here again, I'm going to take these little small leaves off the bottom because I'm going to bury the plant pretty much up to here to give it some more support. And I'm just going to go ahead and take off these older leaves that are turning a little yellow anyway. And I'm going to take off the next set too. You notice I'm going to leave these little ones that are growing in the crook of the leaves. Like I said, they're going to end up being branches, and I want these plants to get bushier to expand outward. Basil does get pretty tall if you let it, but I want more branches where, excuse the phone, where it'll be a bushier, healthier overall plant in the pot. Alright, that one's down. Same thing. I'm going to take off this top little crook grow point right to the second leaf where I have two of them growing out. Put that in my bowl of water. Make sure it's all getting in the cool water, so I don't want it to wilt. I think we plan on making some, along with the salmon, some mozzarella tomato salad with the basil leaves. So be a nice little supper. One more plant to do. Same thing. This one's a little closer to the root ball, the bottom leaves. I'm just going to go ahead and take them all off because I'm going to cover up the dirt all the way up there. Give the plant some more support. And I'm not sure if basil would sprout additional roots along the stem like a lot of other plants like tomato or rosemary or stuff like that, but couldn't hurt. Even throw some compost pots in there. Pack it down a little harder than you would press on your own eye. Well, unless you're that type of person who likes that sort of thing, but we'll take off these older leaves right here, this one and that one, and I'm going to take off this set too. I don't like how they're yellower than the rest of the plant, and the plant's going to spend a lot of energy getting those healthy again when it could just be putting into growing new growth. And speaking of new growth, take off the top grow tip. Got my two little limbs there, got two little limbs there, two little limbs there, 6 limbs, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.